Hello, Facebook.
Facebook,
Oh,
what's good?
wait. There we go.
I think it's already.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
we're
go. There we go. Hello, Facebook. Happy Sunday.
I'm getting this shared. Give me 1 second.
I just got that. There
There we go. I got it shared. Let me go to IG. Get IG started.
we go.
And we will be able to.
Yeah, I put the clock it. Oh,
Give us 1 second. We'll be ready to go. Trying to get it shared on IG as well.
Facebook, if you're on here, it's not showing us who you are. Let us know where you at.
Let's take our conversations.
It's not Facebook conversation. Getting a chance for everybody to get notifications. We heard that like y'all aren't getting notifications. So like make sure you comment, let us know where you're watching from. Um, Shout out to your spouse. Because today we are talking about money.
Okay.
Are you in there?
Yep.
7 o'clock on the dot.
We got to get ready to go. IG.
Where you at? There we go.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. All right. We live on Facebook and IG tonight. This is the second part of the tough conversations. Last week we kind of hit on friends of the opposite sex and exes. We kind of dug into that one. Today we're gonna talk about money. Hey Don.
Abby, hello, lovable Lynn on Facebook. What's up?
Reggie, my boy. What's up, y'all? What's up? But yeah. So we're gonna
What up, D?
We're going to pray real quick. I'm going to pray us in. We're going to jump into this topic, and we hope we're able to bless a couple or two. But we'll go ahead and get started. Father God, we just come to you again, Father. Just grateful for the platform, God. Father God, grateful for the opportunity, Father God. Grateful for the marriage, Father God, you gave us, Father God. Grateful for the example you set for us, Father, to see what true love and true marriage looks like, Father God. It's about being selfless, Father God, and not selfish, dear Lord. I thank you for the season that we're in, Father God. Thank you for the times, Father God. Thank you for and continue to pray over those who've lost loved one in this season, Father God. Continue to cling to your spouse, Father God. Continue to cling to your husband and wife, dear Lord. I know and understand that, Father God, they're all you need, Father God. Continue to look to you. We love you. We adore you in all of our life. In also just name we pray. Amen. Amen. So today we're gonna talk about money. Okay.
If it don't make money, then it don't make sense.
Freestyle. Yep. Done. Okay.
We did that once in my life and we turned out
right. I forgot about that night.
That was a bad night.
Okay. So it's another tough conversation that you need to have prior to saying I do. A lot of people don't want to talk about money. I know me, for an example, I always made more than Kayla, and I knew that before we got married. So when we got married, like we were doing things 50-50.
Literally.
She moved in. I was like, you pay all the bills. And I was taking her money, and I was just
putting into a savings account.
Saving it, So, and it caused a big issue, but we didn't see it as a big issue because we felt like things were already taken care of. So when we got into it, we kind of had a lot of issues. We kind of had a lot of struggles when it came to finances. You kind of want to hit on it from your side?
A lot of what me and Marcus went through in the beginning, as far as the money goes and the rest of that, it was a lot of my past that stemmed from it that caused the issue. So with Marcus saying, well, you take care of the bills and I'll take care of, the mortgage, I was like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna work. Because when I found out that my money was just being put into an account, I was like, no. And he's seeing it like it's all the same amount of money, like whether you gave it back to me or not, like I was still gonna use it and put it back anyway. But what Marcus didn't know in that tough conversation that we had, I brought my sister in on it, and she goes, well, did you explain to him why you feel this way? So me and Marcus's tough conversation about that, I had to let him know that, right before my parents divorced, they had a joint account, and my dad completely wiped my mom out, like took all the money.
Right.
And so that's why I was like, no, that's not cool. That's not fair. We can't do this. And so when we were going through marriage counseling, they were talking about joint accounts, and Marcus was like, "Nope," and I was like, "Definitely not."
Right.
But it's going to take a moment of clarity for you to realize that the person that you're with now is not the person that hurt you then. The person that you're with now is not your mom, is not your dad, your aunt, your uncle, or whoever. You guys are creating your own climate in your own environment, in your own budget. So I'll say like that was a really big breaking point for us when we decided to truly sit down and figure the budget for our household.
Right, and that was the biggest thing. It wasn't just since I'm a financial guy, I'm a numbers guy. It wasn't just I'm gonna do the budget and this is how it's gonna be spent. We both sat and communicate. Okay, look, we're spending X amount of dollars on entertainment, X amount of dollars on this. So we sit down. We have a spreadsheet. We both have access to this spreadsheet, and we update it as things are paid. And every time anything's paid, I notify my wife, so it's nothing like. So she's aware. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm paying stuff and she don't know nothing about it. So that's the biggest thing about us. What that helps us with also is communication. So a lot of couples struggle with communication, but I think it's not just the finance. I think it's just communicating about the finances.
Because they want us. I think they said finances is one of the top reasons for divorce.
Yeah. But it's communicating about this, not communicating about this money or stuff like that. So like now we have a joint account where all our money comes into. We both have our own individual accounts, but we both have access to them or whatever. But we also have our individual accounts as well as our joint accounts. So I think that's the biggest thing is we both now at this point we get the same amount every month. I had to sacrifice. I was used to getting more money, but I was like, it's not fair that I get X amount of dollars and my wife doesn't because I make more than her. It doesn't feel fair to me. You know what I'm saying? Because she sacrificed for me to move out here to get this job that I took. So I got to be able to, I guess, give back to her. So it took me a while for it to kind of click in my head. But once we really started to talk through it and we kind of prayed through it, we had a bunch of arguments and disagreements about it. Like we had a bunch of arguments about money and everything. And when it finally clicked, like now we're about two or 3 years of the joint account. But we're still on the same budget, still same plan. And we were able to set goals. So that's one thing you got to do if you are budgeting, set goals because you're not just saving, putting back. Put a goal in place. Okay, in 5 years we're gonna go here. Or 5 years we're gonna buy a house. Or you want to have a baby? I know we moved out here. We had a goal. We want to have a baby. We wanted to build a house, and then those are the main goals. So we hit those. We had to but every month we're saving like X amount of dollars towards the house, and we have to do everything we want to do.
And I want to say, like, when you put it on, not necessarily pen and paper, but when you actually put it down, like on a physical something where it can be seen, it's like a manifestation. So, and it's an accountability too. So with it being built into the budget, it kind of makes you do it instead of you saying, "Oh, I'll be sure to put back this much this month," and then you end up spending it, and you're like, "Where's this money at?" The way that me and Marcus did it, like an easy way to do it, is we looked at what we brought in as a household. Like, this is the total amount of money that's coming in. We know that our bills, for the most part, are set. So, okay, this is how much is left for the bills. What's left over? Okay, great. These are the goals that we have. How much can we, you think that we should put aside for X, Y, and Z? Boom. And then what was left over after saving to the rest of that? That's what we consider our, I guess, technically our allowance, if you will, to do with as we please. I eat mine away first.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like she can spend whatever she wants. I can't say nothing to her because that's her money. You know what I'm saying? So I think you do have that freedom. It's not like I'm watching every dollar she spends. She can do whatever. If she want to buy a purse, her money gone for the money. That's on her. You know what I mean? But that's all she's gonna need. That's all she's gonna get. But I think they're having those tough conversations early. Like, so when you're coming into a relationship, you need to talk to your spouse or future spouse about like debt. Like, hey, do you have student loans? Do you have, how's your credit? What's your credit looking like? Because I need to know those things. Because me and her, when we first got together, she really didn't have any credit.
And I mean, like, that's the crazy part, because it wasn't bad.
Yeah, she didn't have any credit. So I'm like, hey, let's get you. I put her on my credit card that help boost her credit score. I know we wanted to buy a house eventually, so we had to have those conversations, and got our student loans paid off and everything like that. So that was one of those things where we were open and having those conversations. I think that really helped us when we got married, because we knew what we wanted when we got married. But a lot of people are avoiding that. I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about credit. I don't want to talk about that. Then you get married and y'all trying to get a house and you find out.
I'll say too, like, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Right. Like, it's not. Everybody's on their own financial journey. I just so happen to marry somebody that's a financial major, so it worked out for me. but don't be embarrassed. Don't try to hide anything. I think our pastor says like you're willing to sleep with somebody, but you're not willing to do it. Tell them how much you make. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So I mean, you got
share a bank account. You can say somebody can't share a
your
bank
bank
account.
account.
Say
So
Phil made a bread shredder we've been using for the past 6 years. This is Jeff. Yeah,
yeah.
we have one on our phones. We both have it literally. I'm telling you, like it literally changed our life because I was like, we were kind of just doing it as we go, kind of didn't know, but then we're communicating like, hey, she's on that text me like, hey, because I'm like, I'm the type to be like, did we pay this? I'm like, check the spreadsheet. You know what I'm saying? Check the spreadsheet. So it makes things a whole lot easier, and this literally helped us so much. So you can update and kind of see as we go.
And for IG, like Marcus is referring, there's a one of our friends from Oklahoma on Facebook is saying that his wife did the same thing. They have a spreadsheet, and they've been doing it for like the last 6 years, and it's been a game changer in their life as well. Shelly, Savannah, and I have a joint and personal, and people look down on us for that. I mean, to each his own. I know some people say, you know, like y'all, our money is our money. So how do we spend? I mean, okay, to each his own. Like for me and Marcus, like Marcus doesn't like the fact that I go out to eat every day, but I'm like, I work hard for my money. Like everything for the house is taken care of, all the savings are taken care of, and this is what I want to do with the money that's left over. Marcus won't make his lunch every day, and I'm like,
and I'll buy me some shoes on the weekend.
And that's what he does.
That's what I do.
But you know, Shelly, you like, I feel like in this age of social media, everybody is always quick to like shame somebody else. But you got to do what's best for you and your household with the person that you sleep next to every day.
Right. And that's something that I know, like, for me with marriage, is something that I know money was always a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I always thought I wanted someone that would make more than me or someone that can bring in more. But with what we have, like, it works perfectly because, like, neither one of us are really spenders. You know what I'm saying? Like we go through our phase where we will buy some certain stuff, but she's not like most women be like, my wife shop every weekend. You know what I mean? Like I can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? My wife don't really shop like that, so it's like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she fills me up in other places. So you know what I'm saying? She takes care of the boys. She takes care of everything else. So money isn't everything. So I know people are always chasing money. You know what I'm saying? I used to chase money before I moved out here. I always worked 2 jobs, and I kept coming up even. I moved out here and I finally just worked 1 job and just been able to been blessed at this job and been able to get promoted and kind of move up because I was being faithful to the job and to my house and everything like that. So God's gonna take care of the rest. So and one of the things I know about money, we tithe in our house. So first and foremost, as soon as anything hit our account, we tithe. So the first 10% is it's not even a question.
Also, we had to have a tough conversation about that too because, like you know, direct deposit hits, and then Marcus wakes up before I do, so he's already paying bills. Where I was like, hold up, bro, hold up, before you start paying bills, like make sure I'm up so I can pay my tithes first. And so I was like, we need to make sure we're praying over this before we shift all this money out. Sarai said that's what's up. We communicate about our funds budget so that we each also get our personal wants. Exactly. But our bills and savings is also secured, so we're on the same page. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, to each his own, to those highly seasoned couples that, like, everybody's money is our money. I mean, kudos to you if that works for your house. But never feel pressured to do anything.
Right. But just sit down and have those conversations with your spouse. Don't be afraid to bring it up. I know a lot of people beat around the bush. Don't be afraid to bring it up. If you need someone else to come in and kind of help moderate the conversation or help, you know what I mean, like be get somebody like a mutual friend or something kind of come in.
We have mentors.
We have mentors that we speak to. We kind of talk through stuff, so we make sure I'm not
crazy.
Tripping. Well, I know I'm crazy, but like that crazy. But we have people we talk to. We kind of ask them questions. I think we had a conversation the other day about like a bonus. About like a bonus and how we're gonna handle the bonus. You know what I'm saying? And how it's gonna be structured and stuff like that. So when it hits, it won't be no confusion.
And I'll say that too, like when it comes down to stuff like this, you got to be fluid. Life is going to happen. Things are going to change. Income is going to change. And you have to be able to talk about that too.
Right. But that's really it. That's really it on money. I mean, I know that's a big thing for a lot of couples is money, and it ruins a lot of relationships.
And then I feel like too, kind of like with me and Marcus, the argument that we had about the money wasn't about the money. It was about something else. So be willing, as the person that's harboring it, be willing to share that with your spouse, and as the spouse that is hearing it, open heart, open ears to listen to understand where they're coming from, because everybody's upbringing was not
and that's
the same.
why, and that's why I didn't understand. What she had brought to my attention about her mom and her dad. So I was like, okay, now I get it. So how are we gonna do what makes work? But how are we gonna make it work for us?
Mm-hmm.
So
like, what can I do for you to trust me? Which is where the spreadsheet came in.
And that's where I get access to all the accounts too. So it's like, look, you seeing these bills are being paid X, Y, and Z. So it wasn't like I'm just taking your money and we getting eviction notices. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bills getting paid, lights and being cut off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, lights getting cut off, you good? You know, so. But you gotta have those conversations.
And I mean, like, it was to a point where I would be like, okay, Marcus would pay it, and I would go and double check to make sure it came out of the account. But now like, if y'all ask me, like, well, who does it? I don't know.
But that's why I told her this next month I'll make her pay all the bills for the month, so she can see all the work I be doing.
I ain't doing it.
But she has access to everything.
I do.
But
I have
she just choose not to.
I feel like that's a milestone. I trust you that much to like. Okay. It is what it is.
Right. Sorry to survive. Do you have separate accounts? We have a joint account, and we also have separate accounts as well. We both have access to those separate accounts.
So, like, the joint account is for house expenses. So everything comes into the joint, and then we, if you go back and watch it, like after the budget is paid out, we get an allowance, and the allowance is what goes into our
and we can do whatever we want with that. But we both have access to all accounts. So there ain't no secret.
No secret monies.
Boy, you got under the mattress. What you got?
Under the mattress? Nah, not under the mattress.
Oh, you got secret money?
No, you know about my other side money.
What other side money?
We just talked about this.
What's that?
The savings account. Okay, so with my allowance, if I don't spend it, then like I have whatever's left over, and I put it in my savings account. Yeah. Don't let him do
she got
it.
See these women. Ain't
no secrets. Ain't no secrets.
Hot ride. Yo.
What up, Uncle Rod?
We're talking about finances and marriage, man.
Yeah, don't let him try to.
But yeah, that's really all. I thought we got. Y'all got any questions about like how anything about the finances or money or any tips or any help with anything or?
Shelly, like as long as it's one of y'all.
I'm with you, Marcus. I pay that bill. Yeah.
But I did ask you. I was like, I need to know, like, because God forbid something happens to you, I'm like searching emails trying to figure out where everything is done. So make sure you're talking about that.
Yeah, let them know. And one other thing, make sure y'all got life insurance on each other. Like
please do. GoFundMe is not a life insurance policy.
Yeah,
like, if you got questions about life insurance, let me know. I am a fully licensed agent.
Right. Don't leave your you die and your spouse is broke and sad. You know what I'm saying? Bless them with something. Like, I got some stuff set up for her. Like, she'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll be good. She won't have to marry. Like my pastor said, she won't have to marry.
To eat.
Yeah, she'll get married just because she.
A quick drop. For people that are worried about like how the house is going to be paid out, life insurance is used for two things: final expenses and income replacement. I would recommend a term policy for income replacement as far as paying the house off, so that could be done. Whole life policies for income replacement. Okay, I'm done.
Good job. We got two. I asked my wife for some money. She said no. What do I do? I'm
about to text OC.
I'm praying for you. Can you expand on the spreadsheet and how it works? So basically, we both have iPhones, so it's an app on the iPhone called Numbers. So we both have access. So as soon as anything's updated on my side, she sees it on her side. So it's basically like a spreadsheet on your phone.
It's actually pretty dope because it shows like a pie chart too.
Mm-hmm. So you can see like, how
much is an expense, how much is an income, and what's the.
And I kind of move it over, paid, unpaid, so we know exactly what's paid for the month, and we know what's not been paid. So it helps us. Like it helps me. I'm real structured. I gotta have stuff like done a certain way. Like,
I just wait for my text message to tell me what to pay on what day.
She likes direct, like auto draft. I hate auto draft. I don't like them. I don't like people pulling money out of my account. I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna pull it. Might get a decline. Do you buy each other's gifts? Yes, we buy each other's gifts. We do. That's what we use some of our allowance.
Yeah, we use allowance money for gift money for the other person.
We do buy each other gifts, but sometimes we buy gifts out of the house account as well.
If we're together,
it kind of just depends.
Like this was a gift out of the house account.
With your head?
Yes. So petty. I can't.
But yeah, right.
But yeah, Shelly, if you on the iPhone, like there's a bunch of different ones. There's so many different budget apps, though. If you just go to your app store and put in budget, they all do the same Let me see here. I think that's it. Is that everybody?
I think we got everything. Have any more questions? We got about 5 more minutes, and we're gonna log off. And we got kids. So
on the top, that's how do you pay credit cards? Oh, can I do it? Can I explain it? How we do our credit cards? Shelly just asked.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So with the credit cards, because our direct deposits hit our joint account, we use the credit card as our everyday spending. So when we get paid, we look to see how much we spent that week, and then Marcus determines how much we're paying on the card. So it's building our credit, but not putting us into debt, because the money that we put on the card is readily available in the house account.
Yeah, we use credit. We get rewarded. So a lot of people are against credit cards, but I'm big on credit. If they're gonna give me free money, I'm gonna take it. So I
and that is built into, like, the credit card is used as the cash, which is a part of the budget. Right. So there's no crazy expensive.
But you got to have self-control when it comes to using credit cards, because they'll give you a big old limit and you trying to swipe to the max. So I think you got to have a lot of self-control. So that's something that we're really good to have self-control with.
Rod said that Dave Ramsey also has an app that's really great that they use. So there's another app for you guys. Is Dave Ramsey. Nice, love watching y'all. I'm not married, but I guess when you come thanks, Kayla Jackson.
You're welcome. Yeah, have these conversations with you. Have these conversations. Be thinking through this stuff before you get married, because when you get married, I mean, you need to be talking about this stuff so you know from the jump what's up.
Biggest advice on marriage is honest but effective communication. Like, if you're hiding something, then somebody's needs aren't going to be met. So being able to openly talk with your spouse and creating a safe environment, because at the end of the day, everything stems down to communication, whether it is sex, whether it is money, whether it is how you choose to wear your clothes that day of the week. It is down to communication. Everything comes back down to communication.
And I think for me, my biggest advice on marriage is sacrifice. Be willing to sacrifice. I think that's the biggest thing. We can wrap up. That's the biggest thing is sacrifice. Be willing to sacrifice in your marriage for, on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You got to kill the self, kill the flesh. On the daily.
Love you.
But that's really all we got. We got a kid crying upstairs, so we got.
God, he is so attached right now. I don't know what to do.
So we got to go. But if y'all have any questions, drop them in the comments. We will come back and answer those questions.
Thanks, Tyler.
Like I said, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to share. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got a website. Sing it.
www.thestutsons.com.
And check us out, Shelly. And be able to, bless somebody else with this. I mean, we don't just.
Oh, speaking of blessing people, Marriage Chronicles hit its second birthday.
No,
third birthday.
Third birthday.
This week. So, woo! We are going to be blessing a couple of couples from Facebook and Instagram. That's so right. Make sure y'all are watching y'all's DMs. There is no rhyme or reason to this, y'all. So we just randomly. Yeah. We're just gonna randomly bless somebody. So we love y'all. Thank you so much for love and support. And we will see y'all next week as we wrap up this series. Going into Thanksgiving, we're talking about family. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye, Instagram.